We'll start with a question. How does it feel to be back on centre court?
Great. It's always very unique match to play as a defending champion, first on the grass. Other than this year that Wimbledon made a change so you could practice before the tournament starts, it was always coming out on the untouched grass, and it's really a unique and special feeling in our sport. So yeah, it was nice to be back. I think it was a good win against a player who is very talented. He has a lot of quality from both forehand and backhand corner. I did not start or did not play at my best, but I think when I needed to find the right shots, I did. I think serve got me out of trouble in some decisive moments. I know I can do better, but for the first match, I'm pleased, and I'll keep going.
Hi Novak, congrats on the win. Joseph Riegel, Tennis Head. You posted a great video clip on Instagram last night of some trampoline troubles with your team. And the caption said, at the end, Stefan says, "How come you don't know how to put together a trampoline and you are competing at Wimbledon?" Do you think Stefan can be a little bit harsh with you sometimes? Or does he just expect a lot from you given your achievements?
I think you can't argue with the child's honesty and pure, no filter comments, right? I mean, for him, anyone playing in Wimbledon is a superhero. But he did not only direct that to me, but the entire team, because for him, everyone in my team is playing in Wimbledon. So he saw these big guys that have muscles, my fitness coach and tennis coach, and he couldn't understand how is it that we can't fix a trampoline and we're playing at Wimbledon. So it was a really funny comment. But Stefan was there today. It's always very special for me, the feeling to play in front of my son. I didn't have too many opportunities in my life to have that kind of sensation and experience. So it's always very unique.
I know that. Matt Federer, the New York Times. Are there any numbers you look at to gauge whether you are playing the proper style for this surface and making the transfer from clay to grass, which is obviously very dramatic, or is it just feel, or are there specific statistics that you sort of look at after the match to take a measure of it?
Well, I look more at the stats of my next opponents rather than my own stats, to be honest. It's really more about feeling on the court that I have, the movement, timing, and just trying to get better rhythm overall in every shot. And like really with any other surface, particularly on grass, you just need to play more matches in order to get that match play, and because it's completely different playing points at the practice session and walking out on the center court and actually playing an official match. It's just nerves kick in and everything, and that you are going through, of course. And then early rounds, your opponents don't have much to lose, so they're going to go for it more, believing that they can get the scalp. And then, of course, from your side, you're trying to get into groove, because I did not have any lead-up tournaments or preparation matches, official matches prior to Wimbledon, so it's always going to be a bit rusty, I think, the first couple matches for me. So I'm pleased with the win today against the opponent that was I felt like feeling the ball pretty well from the baseline. So it was it was really difficult to get past him the ball. He was always there. He was playing flat, and just ball was coming fast and low. So he really made me work for the win.
How did you feel you were received today, both on centre court as you walked out and in general since you've been in this country? I ask in the context that when you were headline news in January, a lot of people wondered how would you be received at Wimbledon. Was it any different to normal?
Uh, I was very pleasantly surprised. I mean, in a positive way. I mean, I felt support. Of course, the crowd was engaged in the match. They supported both players. I thought they were very fair to me, so I enjoyed my time very much on the court.
Matt Dunn, Daily Express. You admitted yourself you didn't play your best game today. John McEnroe was watching, and he wondered if so soon after being one match away from from a calendar slam, everything that went on in Australia, Rafa winning, moving ahead, everything that's gone on, that he wondered as a human being you'd feel bummed out by everything that's gone on. Have you felt bummed out?
I've never used that expression, so I don't know
Me
exactly
neither,
what it
but-
means, but I can assume what it means. Yes and no. Yes, because I've experienced something that I've never experienced in my life in Australia, and so this post-Australian period of next several months was challenging emotionally for me because of a lot of different factors. But in terms of my motivation on the court and fulfilling my everyday chores and trying to win more titles and be one of the contenders for more Grand Slams, it hasn't changed much. I mean, to be honest, because I try to keep it together with a team in such way where we stick to the routines that we know that work for us. But of course, that the sensation coming back on the court with everything that happened post Australia, particularly the first few tournaments, was different. It was a different feel, not very pleasant to me. But right now, I don't feel the traces of that, so to say, anymore. I just move on. I play tournament by tournament and try to make the most out of experience.
Novak, Simon Cams of The Guardian. Over the years, you've had some incredible battles with Roger Federer. He's not here this year. I just wondered if you could sort of think back to some of those and reflect on the relationship that you've had with him over the years. Or the impact.
Well, as with Rafa, nothing but respect for these guys, and of course, both of them have influenced my development as a tennis player a lot, probably more than any other players. The most iconic matches I have played in Wimbledon were against Roger, no doubt. I mean, the one that stands out, it's the finals in 2019, then another two finals in 14 and 15. Luckily for me, all of those matches I won, and all of those matches I think went 5 sets, except I think in the 15. It's just, pretty much similar like with Nadal. Every time you step on the court with Roger, you feel it's not an ordinary match. There's so much more weight to everything that is around that match, the anticipation, the rivalry. And most of the times that I was facing Roger here was in at least semifinals or finals of the tournament. So of course, fighting for a trophy adds more expectations and significance to that matchup. So of course, it's an ultimate challenge, in sport, playing probably Roger on grass and Rafa on clay. Those two guys have made very impressive careers on those surfaces.
Molly McCullough from the Daily Telegraph. After Wimbledon, you might not play another major for 11 months, and you've said that that can be a source of motivation for you. I just wondered, does that play into your mind on the court at all? Is that adding to the pressure at all? Yeah, I just wondered your reflections after your first match.
Well, I'm aware that the circumstances are such that at this moment that's the case, as you mentioned. So of course that, I guess, motivates me more to try to make the most out of this tournament. And I'm not really in my thoughts so far ahead. I'll see how it goes. I guess after Wimbledon, there's not much time after Wimbledon before US Open. So hoping some things can change and that I'll be able to go and compete. I would want to, but it is what it is at the moment. So my thoughts and attention is here.
I'm just going to stop for a second. Do we have Serbian questions in the room? You will. Okay, so we're going to take. Sorry, we've only got time for one more in English, so we'll go. Sorry, Albert.
Ciao. 22 wins in a row for you in Wimbledon. 21 wins out of 22 for Matteo Berrettini on grass. Should we say not too bad, or what do you want to say?
I was waiting for that. Yeah, well, what would you like me to answer to that? Something about Berrettini?
Yeah.
Because you're Italian, I guess that's you want to hear something about him. Well, I mean, he is definitely top 2-3 players in the world on grass in the last 3 years. I mean, his results are testament to that. He has made an amazing comeback after a few months' absence from the injury, from the tour with an injury, and to win the way he did in Germany and in Queens is very impressive. But it doesn't surprise me much because we know that he has got a big game, big weapons, serve, forehand. You know, he's got a very good touch, and he will say better, but I mean, probably this is his favorite surface for his game. It's the most suitable surface. So yeah, I think there's a lot of expectations on his side that he should go far in this tournament. But of course, I think he has more experience now playing Wimbledon finals last year. I think he was saying that he'll have a bit more comfort if he gets to another finals, that knowing how he would feel. So it's really one of those things that you have to experience in order to understand how to approach it every next time and get the win. And as for my results here in Wimbledon, I mean, I'm blessed to have these results because I've said this before. Wimbledon is my favorite tournament, the dream tournament. Childhood dreams were realized here in 2011, and I'll never forget that. It will always have a special place in my heart. So of course, every time I step out on the court, there is this goosebumps type of feeling, butterflies in the stomach because of significance that in my life and in my career.